All right, on tonight's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our generative AI course, and we are still in the process of getting things set up for our medical chatbot. Let's have a look at what we went over tonight. Now, tonight was just note taking. We're getting everything geared up to start writing our model. So let's pick up with some light reading. Yesterday, if you recall, we went over our flow chart for the back end component of our module. So let's pick up from there. So let's say we have a user. Our user will raise some query or ask a question. The first thing we need to do is convert that question into a query embed. We will then send that query to our knowledge database. This is because our knowledge base has all the data in the form of vectors. The knowledge base will return a ranked result. This means it will give us the closest vector with respect to the query we submitted or question we asked. Now, what we need to do is get our large language model. Let's move down a little bit to see what's next. So with the help of the LLM, we can filter out what our actual response to our query is. This filter result or actual response is what we will send back to our user. This is the complete flow of our medical chatbot. Writing down our flow charts or our model architecture makes it easier to write our code. This is because we can visualize and conceptualize the steps we need to take before we begin writing the actual code. Now, this is what the flow chart would look like for our user end. So you can see here we have our user. He asks a question that gets converted into a query embed. That embed gets into our knowledge base. Our knowledge base sends back a ranked result. That ranked result gets filtered in our Llama 2 or whatever model we're using. And then that actual response gets sent to our user. So that's the flow chart for our user end. So we had the flow chart for our back end component, and then we had the flow chart for our user end. And those two together make up our entire flow chart for everything we're going to do to put together our model. Now we will be getting into the understanding of the technology we will be using to build our model. These are some things, usual things, regular things we use to create the model. You see, we got Python, generative AI framework. We're going to use is LangChain. Project front end web app. We're going to use is Flask. The model we're going to use is the Metalama 2, and the vector database is Pinecone. Now we stopped it there because we have to actually download the model that we're going to be using. Let me show you what that looks like. 1 second here. Let me get this pulled up so we can actually show you what that looks like. Where is it here? It should be this one here. So yeah, this is the model we're going to be using here. No, not that one. Move down a little bit so I can show you. I know it doesn't really matter if I show you or not, but just to show you exactly what we're going to be using, we're going to be using this model here. Now it is going to take a little while to download. I haven't downloaded yet. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I got caught up in playing around with the model and doing what I did yesterday, as you can see with the video I posted. But it's going to take a little while to download the model, so we're going to do that tonight, and then we should be ready to implement that and dive into it fully tomorrow with writing code and uploading our model and moving from there. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. For now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.